And we have people in the house. And we are live. Good morning, Shel.
Good morning, good morning. Is that thing about the viewer comments going to show up on our screen or not? Have to wait for my iPad to go. Yep, it's there. Okay, how do we get rid of that?
Good morning, Cindy.
She says it's snowing. Do you see that thing?
What?
Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. It's on the screen. How do we get rid of it? I might be this. I'm trying to click on it and it's not changing anything. Don't want banners. Comments. No, none of it. Go away.
Oh my goodness.
Go away. Settings. I don't know how to make that go away.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know why it's doing that. I can't figure it out.
Find that comment.
Here we go. Hide. There, I did it. Ha! I fixed it.
That was weird.
That's super weird. Super weird. It's one of those technology days today, Peg.
I guess. Good grief.
I've had nothing but trouble from the moment I got up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really.
So I hope everybody's doing well.
Cindy and Lori, Laura and Kathleen.
Hi, Kathleen.
Oh my gosh, 3 feet of snow in Albany, New York.
Ew, yuck.
Oh, that's just painful, even trying to go outside with that.
We have snow, but nothing like that.
I know on the CNN, since my mother and father-in-law, who basically live downstairs, watch it continuously, that they were talking about, oh, there's a big storm and all the packages are going to get delayed, and you should go to the post office. So I took my package, my big box, down to the UPS store, and there was about 15 people. Not a big deal. I waited in line. It was really pretty quick. They had 3 guys working in there, so it really wasn't that big a deal. Some guy even carried it in for me. And then I came home, and I was, just minding my own business. And then my husband and father-in-law decided that what they needed to do was to mail my father-in-law's hearing aids back up to Oregon to be repaired at the place. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm the only one that goes out of the house, right?
Yep.
So I went to the post office, and I just was getting one of those little, the size of a video cassette box to put them in, and I had them in a little bag, and I went in there. There was 52 people in line.
No way. Hey, Lindy, my dear, I hope you're feeling better today.
I could not believe it.
52 people. That's crazy.
Yeah. I guess it's because they were all watching the CNN, and it said that you better mail your package. So they were all mailing their package.
Well, I think it's because it was the last day for stuff to arrive before the holiday.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't been over there since, but that was not the day that I should be there mailing.
No.
And everybody was wearing masks, but they were not social distanced at all. I mean, everyone was right up close to everyone else. So
when you got that many people in line.
Yeah, I mean, there was no room. So yeah, it was crazy. I'm going to do Pick a Stick Challenge today, and I think Peg is going to do a gel print version of Pick a Stick Challenge. This is from our Art Joy of Sharing Art community, and it is a monthly challenge that we have. I'm going to do a art journal page, and she's going to do something completely different.
Well, I had the gel played out, and I thought, yeah, pick a stick. Okay, you can use those prompts to do just anything you want. So
yep, you could do anything at all that you want. So she's going to demonstrate that for those people who are confused about Pick-a-Stick. I don't think anyone here who's in the live stream is confused about Pick-a-Stick, but there's probably other people out there who are. So I will explain it again. Pick-a-Stick challenge is a one-word prompt challenge. These are randomly drawn prompts. You get what you get. You don't pitch a fit. These are what you get. You can interpret that one word any way that you want to. And one of them is really loose this month. It's try. I mean, everybody can try, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You can try something new. You can try something hard. You could try a new color combination. I mean, that's endless. The only rules of Pick-a-Stick are that you do the first 6 steps in order. You can do something before. You can do something after. You can do something in between each one. There's also 2 colors to use, and those are kind of optional, or you can add a third. I usually use the 2 colors and then approach it because I'm very into color. And there's also 2 wild cards. You can replace something in this 6 with a wild card if you don't like it. And I'm actually going to do that today. I don't want to use beads because this little journal is already so full that it will just make too much. It'll make it too thick and hard to close if I use beads. So I'm going to replace it with one of the wild cards. You could also do all 10. That's your choice. That's how it works. We've been doing this, I think, for 5 years now. We might be going on to our 6th year next year if we continue doing Pick-a-Stick. So it's a simple thing, but it just gives you a jump off point to start something. Carve is the first prompt today for Pick-a-Stick Challenge on the December 2020. You can also go back into the group and you can see all the things that the people have done with their challenges in the folders, and also in the files you can find all the ones that we have. Not all 5 years, because we used to have a separate group and we combined the groups. So it's like probably just this year's, but you could go back and do them. You don't have to do them in the same month. It's just a way to get you moving if you're stuck and you just, you're 2020'd. You've been 2020'd. Then you might need some kind of push.
Well, that was weird. I thought I printed it. Try it again.
So carve. I have some Speedy Carve material. Speedy Carve by Speedball. It's a rubbery material. If you don't have this stuff to carve with, you can use an eraser from the dollar store. Sometimes they have those big erasers that say for a big mistake or something like that. It's like a large eraser at the dollar store for $1. You can get one of those, cut it up, or not cut it up. You could carve the whole thing if you want to. It is Carve December, or however you say that. I wanted to just do something abstract and really simple. I'm not going to do a complex carving. So I cut out this piece, and it's like kind of ovally thing. And then the outside stuff, I just kept it and kind of trimmed it. And then I cut out the center. And I have also from Speedball the carving tools. This is the only set that I have, but the little end opens and there's like all these different little bits that you can use to carve. I don't do this very often. I have enough stamps. So I guess I'm trying today. Not that I've never done it, but that I just don't do it very often.
Yeah, I carved yesterday and it was kind of a fail. And I did not post it just because it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. And then I ended up whacking it in 2 because I thought there was a part of it that was still usable and another part that wasn't. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, good morning, Cindy.
So all you do is you just press the little things in to the rubber and just kind of, and it takes a piece out. The parts that you take out are going to be what's not inked, and the parts that you leave are going to be what is inked. So you just kind of have to think about it. It's not that big of a deal. Anybody can do this. Anybody can try. But if you are concerned about the cost of the material and all that, you might want to try an eraser to start with.
Well, I just figured out why it's not printing. It's printing upstairs on my other printer.
Well, that's not helpful. Unless you want to run up there.
No, I got it down here now. I just had to look and see what was going on. Yeah, I did. Okay, here's the. Here's the mess from yesterday. I carved these silly birds, and I didn't like the way this one turned out because I got too close. So I just hacked it off and kept that bird. But then I started drawing another silly bird. I don't know. But this stuff, this particular speedball is really soft. And you have to be very careful because it's crumbly.
Is that the blue one or the pink one?
No, it's white or cream.
Oh, it's white. I have blue and pink, and I think both of them. I mean, can't really tell the difference between the two. I guess there must be a difference, or else there wouldn't be two different ones. But this isn't crumbly. This pink, it's not crumbly.
So I was going to try some new things today. I was playing with tags. One of the things that I had done, let me pull them out here. Remember I told you guys I was going to take one of those Arteza cutting mats and cut it up and turn it into my cutting plates for my die cut machine. Well, guess what? I did that. So, and it works just slick. You can see these are all, where is it? This pile here is all tags that I cut using my die and these pads and one of those it works just like you do with your regular stuff. You put your magnetic platform down, you put this down, you add your paper or whatever it is you're going to cut, and your die, and it doesn't matter whether it's up or down or sideways, whatever, but you put that in there and add your topper, and then this is stuck to my gel print. Okay, this goes into your die machine and it cuts just fine, and then you don't end up with all those warped plates, because you know after you do so many cuts like this, you end up with these warped plastic plates. And I had seen a company that was selling, I think it was scrapbook.com was selling them, but they were out of them. And I thought, well, it's a cutting mat. And I did this with the one from Arteza because it was cheap. And it ended up being the right size cutting mat, so I didn't have to do a lot of shimming. Because if you take, see, here's one of my old, well-worn, well-loved cutting mats, okay? And you can see how it wants to bow here. And I flip them over every time I use them, but, you know, there's only so much this will do. Well, then, when I did this ended up being the right size for my replacement. So I thought that was pretty lucky. So now I have a cutting mat that I hope will last a lot longer.
I'm gonna have to try that. All of mine are warped.
Yeah, they get that way, don't they?
Yeah.
So one of the things, you know, when I'm going through my stuff, I had old ink pads that had gotten hard because the ink had dried up in there, especially the metallic things. And so I ended up with a lot of re-inkers that don't necessarily have a pad to go with them. And I should pick out some teal. This is kind of that teal green color. And what else do I have? I've got an umber, which is kind of close to the cinnamon in these re-inkers here. So let's see what we can do with that, because those are the colors that are part of the pick-a-stick.
Teal and cinnamon.
Hi, Nell.
Not quite as time specific, you know. All through the year, every time we've randomly picked colors, they've kind of been coming out very seasonal and specific to the season that it was. It has been really weird. But I don't think that cinnamon and teal are that Christmassy or holiday-y. But
well, I can see, you know, a teal tree with some cinnamon gingerbread on it.
yeah, I can see it. I mean, you could make any color be any color, but
yeah. So I'm putting that color down, and I'm going to carve into it with one of these tools.
scratchy tools.
Yeah.
Scrapey, scratchy.
There's lots of these. This one's a real rubbery one. This is an old Making Memories thing, so you know how old it is. Long time ago, far, far away. So I scratched into that. Doesn't look like it really removed a lot. So I'm going to take another tool, and here I've got one of these wedge things. This is from who? Kemper Tools. This is another old one. It's got a brush type tip, and it's got a pointy tip. So I'm just
I've never heard of Kemper.
Gonna carve into this ink on my plate. We're going to try it and see what we get.
There you go. Try.
And we used straight lines and we used curved lines. So we're trying straight lines and curved line. Now I could not find, for the love of Pete, I could not find my graphite powder this morning. So I don't know what I did with that. So I'm still looking up here, looking in areas that I didn't hit this morning, and I still don't find it. So probably won't be using graphite because I can't find it.
It's gone missing. And the minute that you decide you don't want it anymore, it will pop right up.
Well, I can use once I print, I can use a graphite pencil on it.
True.
So I think that might be what I do. And I've got a gel print that's already been printed on. Do I want to use that or yeah, because it's got that linear circular cinnamony color. So let's just pull, and what I did is I put this through my Xyron machine.
Yeah, these are interesting.
So it's got adhesive on the back. So I can turn this into washi tape.
I think I'm done carbon. That's enough of that. So now I'm going to put them on.
Enough of
See
the
what they
card.
look. So I've got this color of archival ink to start out with. It's called Orange Blossom, and I think it looks very similar to what I pulled up for Cinnamon, which is from the hex code colors online. I kind of let them dictate what the colors are, so I'm just gonna use them in my background. This one that was the outside of the thing that I cut originally is very loosey-goosey. So it doesn't make a very clean print, but it looks cool, and I'm going for abstract anyway, so I don't care.
So that metallic in that is very opaque. So I think what I want to do, I like this, but it's going to need some more things on it. I think what I'm going to do is I want to finish picking this up. So I'm going to get some of this paint that is, this is like a translucent paint from Delusions. These new, what do they call them? They're like the strawberry daiquiri. The new ones that she came out with that are like drinks, like mixed drinks, are pretty transparent.
They're transparent, really.
Yeah.
That's
So
really different from her. Usually she's got all the very bright, intense colors.
These are intense colors, but they're different. So I'm gonna put that down. It's moved that ink around. I'm going to add a stencil. And I'm going to go back on top of this. Pick up that stuff through the holes.
Oh. Let's see what this one does.
Okay, I can see I did not start my camera. So let me get the secondary camera rolling here.
You got turned on?
It's on now.
All right.
All right, so let's see what this did.
Oh,
That added another layer of complexity here. So that's got to dry. But I've still got all this down here, so I'm just going to do a pickup print.
This is pretty fun. These stamps are so random.
And I got another print here. Let's put a little bit of this on here.
Well, I'm not on the screen. I guess I better move my chair over so I don't get out of
Piece of
screen.
this down. And we'll add this to this. And I need to clean up paper so I don't get this all over me. There we go.
Probably not a bad idea. Those are pretty fun. Wackadoodle stamps. So I have this foamy stuff that you can make your own ink pad out of. I forget what it's called. But it's got kind of like a fun foam on the bottom and then a squishy kind on the top. And I'm just going to put a couple squirts of water, and then I'm going to try some acrylic paint. And make my own acrylic paint stamp pad, which you can absolutely do. I need to have something to clean off my stuff with. I'm just going to kind of squish it around on there. And then it should make a little ink pad. I may need to put, I think I put too much water on there.
There's that one. Still got all of that. So let me get a dark piece here.
See, if you're going for permanence and you're worried about your ink being permanent and you don't have archival or stays on, you can just make your own ink pad out of acrylic paint. Another way to distribute acrylic paint onto a stamp, if you really need to, is to use your gel plate. It makes a really great
Hi, Rennie.
stamp pad. Let's see, Nell, Rennie, Marie, Barbara, Vicky, Lindy, Cindy. Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so we got that one. We got this one. We got this one. Now, this one definitely needs another layer. We'll let those dry.
Does not help.
One of the things, let's see, where's my list of things I'm working on here? Okay. Smear beads, fasten, fluorescent. Oh, well, I did do fluorescent, didn't I? I think I'll do a little more fluorescent. Let's do a little bit more of these brights.
Anyway, that was fun. I put that in the water. So I tried stamping with my carved stamps. This is going to get really weird.
Those are really bright fluorescents.
Huh.
Okay, so let me go back to this one. And let's see if I can get some of that. I've got some masking type tape, not masking. This is athletic tape. Let's see if I can get that up on that athletic tape.
Huh. I never noticed that cinnamon color, the orange blossom color, is actually raw sienna. Did you know that? Archival ink called Orange Blossom is actually just raw sienna.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, they just call it that. That's what it is. All right, what do I want to do? I really do not have a plan today.
That's the way it is when it's pick stick. We're just following the prompts.
Yeah, but the next prompt is straight. Straight. And I just made a bunch of curvy lines. Straight. I'm not altogether sure that I'm with it today. Well, I have a straight edge, and I might decide to apply something with this straight edge here. But what do I want to apply? I don't know. What other color can I use with these weird colors? Let's see. Sometimes you just got to get out your color wheel.
Sometimes
okay, so if I was a cinnamon, I would say I was red-orange. And interestingly, the complementary color to red-orange is blue-green. So we already had complementary colors just randomly picked. But what should go with it? What if I did a tetrad with red, violet, and yellow, green? That might be interesting. Okay, red, violet, and yellow, green. That's where we're going. Thank you, Mr. Color Wheel.
Go for it.
So now I got to find something that's red, violet, and something that's yellow, green. Yellow, green would be like lime. Lime green. What do I have that's lime? Maybe we'll just, I don't know. I'm in the weeds. That's not my usual place to be, people. I probably want some paint. But what paint do I want? That's olive. I don't know yet. I want lime green. Where are those super bright paints? Let's go with them.
Is this anywhere near dry yet?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe we'll go with something. Whoa, things are falling. It's an avalanche. I just had an avalanche. Okay, let's go with that. I've got a straight tool. I've got some red violet. And I've got some yellow, green. And let's just apply some with this straight tool. Make some straight marks.
So I got a number of things here I want to add stuff to. Now this tape is still very wet, so I've got to dry this before I can add more layers. Same thing with this. This is the one I just pulled, and it's got to dry. So I'll set those aside. What else do we have here? This one is the ink. It's still a little bit tacky. That's my cleanup. This was needs another layer. Those need layers. This needs a layer. See, what I do is I go through here and pick out what I want to do next. Because I've got prints. I started printing this morning before we ever got here. So I've got stuff stuff to work on. All right. So maybe, I don't know, with the tape on the back, it may not be able to dry that with a, maybe I'll just dab it off a little bit. So that's the one that has our colors. And the one we started out with carving and, you know, all that good stuff. So what I wanted to do was to make some fasteners out of this. So I think, because, you know, this says fasten. That's one of the prompts. So let's see. Let's smear some stuff around, right? What do I want to smear?
I don't know.
Smear some ink on a stamp. How's that?
Do that.
I've got a lot of background stamps here. Let's pull some of those and see what we can use. Let's see, we're using that teal color, so let me get something in that teal for my next layer. I will smear some ink on a rubber stamp.
Back off, duck.
That teal color.
Good thing it's playtime because I did not plan.
Who does? Yeah.
Well, I usually kind of do. I try to.
You guys see that teal on top of there? Not really, can you? All right, so let me get something else. Maybe something a little bolder. And what do I have in cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
Yeah. Oh, here. I think this is a pretty good color. It's called pumpkin bread.
Oh, there you go. That's a cinnamon, if ever I heard of one.
And
okay, that was pretty fun. Got a lot of this color left.
what do I want to do that with? I want something kind of bold. Oh, that's interesting. Don't know that it's bold enough though. I want something that's going to stand out on here. So let me, yeah, that should do it. Let's try that. And I am going to hit this with a little bit of heat. Try to set that a little bit.
This paint on here. Don't want to waste paint.
And we'll get our stamp Yeah. Well, this is not the exact thing now. It is how we are interpreting it. And that's the beauty of the pick a stick challenge. It's up to your interpretation. There's no precise anything here.
All right, that's good.
Okay, so this calls for
Okay, that takes care of straight. I used a straight tool to apply my paint straight. Now let's get some graphite. Graphite is easy because I have graphite that I love to play with if I could just find it. Graphite.
yeah. I wonder if we have some ink that's called graphite.
I'm gonna go with the 90.
So wouldn't you? With all the ink I have? Oh well. We'll let that one go. And I'm going to get a stencil.
Oh, that's the broken one. So the interesting thing about graphite, I think, is that it is super water soluble. Graphite is what is in pencils.
Yep.
But it's water soluble. So you can move it around and play with it. With a water brush, which I think is super interesting.
I don't think I want to use ink on that. Still too wet. I think I need paint. We'll see what this does.
This is fun. Making a very interesting background with all this weird stuff. So these are graphite pencils from Lyra. Graphic Creedy, water soluble. Graphic crayon, water soluble, it just says. So it is kind of a crayon. But also lots of fun. I guess I should probably check the chat and see what's going on here. What's going on in the chat today? Let's see. I think Vicky is saying she plans her carving because paper's cheap, so you can experiment on it, but rubber is not.
Yeah, that's good idea.
Yeah. So I guess maybe playing around with your design first on paper if you're going to carve is probably a good idea, and then transferring it. If you don't have transfer paper, That's where graphite comes in. These things work really great to make transfer paper. You can just
Yep.
write it on a piece of paper and then turn it over onto your rubber and transfer your drawing that way with just a little bit of graphite. I'm having fun painting with it. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
You can also just make marks if you want to with it. Like maybe I want some little dots.
kind of like that.
That's pretty fun.
Kind of like that. Right there. Okay, so that's looking a lot better to me now. And I will take where is it? I'll take my big pencil, Jerry's.
Oh yeah, I love those pencils.
Scribble there.
Those are great pencils. Those Jerry's Jumbo Jet, is it called?
Yeah, and this one's actually kind of cinnamony.
Oh, is it the sanguine? Or is it the brownish one?
It is sanguine.
Yep. That means blood.
So
The color of blood.
I think I've met the challenge. So now the next thing is to turn this into something usable, which is, since it's got the tape on the back, this will now become washi tape. And I think I'll cut it at about an inch. You can see what our pick-a-stick challenge has become.
And you guys can absolutely do that. Just make the pick-a-stick be anything. It doesn't have to be an art journal page. It could be wall art. It could be, you can challenge yourself in different ways. It doesn't have to be anything specific. We just make it so that it gives you something to kind of step you out and give you some different ideas. Get you going. We want to get you going making stuff.
Right.
And get you going sharing stuff. We want you to share it so that other people can see. That's what art joy sharing is just sharing your experimentation and your creativity.
Okay, so that challenge was met. Now let's look at some of these other pieces that we have here, see where we are. Yeah, thanks, ladies. Appreciate it when you guys give us a thumbs up. This one's still tacky. This one still needs something on it. What did I do with that tape I was working on? See, this is what I do is I tape up a bunch of stuff that I can add to. And those are just on some old scrapbook pages. have so many stencils and things out here. I got to get some out of the way so I can find what I'm looking for. I wanted to use this stencil because it's kind of a border. I thought that would be cool on some washi tape. Remember, the other challenge one that we have for you is the December mood board.
Yeah,
So,
I
you know,
didn't-
if the pick stick doesn't tickle your fancy, check out the mood board. I must have set it aside somewhere.
Well, that is interesting. I did my graphite. Now I need to smear. How about, I haven't done any collage yet. But also, I like to smear paint. That's kind of fun. I think I wanted a little bit more of that teal color on there. It seems like there's not enough. What if I just smeared some paint around? Emphasize some of these shapes.
Yeah, so this one isn't really wide enough for this tape. I like the border, but what else have I got? Oh, I've got these other borders here. This is kind of cool. Like that. Well, that's kind of different. Now, what else do I have here? Let's do some more of this stuff. Yeah, I like this one.
Well, that's pretty fun. Those are going to take forever to dry. Better get out the heat tool.
And what have I got in ink? I need some blue ink here. There's some of that ultimate metallic. In a blue. Let me just put some of that right here. Right here. Just going to ink that pad with that ultra metallic blue. And let's grab another stencil.
All right, now that was smeared. I'm not going to do beads, so I need to replace it with something. So I think I'll replace it with fluorescent because I have this gorgeous fluorescent paint in pink, which I think might be fun to add to this color scheme. Just a little bit.
Get a little bit more of that blue. And I think I might add, what did I do with that? I've got some pearlized alcohol ink here.
Oh,
I
yum.
might add to that too. See what I can do with that. What other stencil do I have here? Let's do,
Fluorescent pink. Fun.
fluorescent pink. Oh yeah, man.
Okay, now this is an interesting and crazy background. Very fun, intuitive.
And what else we got here? Let's go back to this original design.
Now you can post a little video in the group. That's perfectly fine. She says she's filming with her phone.
Oh, cool.
Okay, now what to do with this? This was very fun to do this intuitive background, but now it needs to be something. I think it needs more cinnamon color too. So I think I'm going to use my quinacridone gold, quinacridone nickel azo gold paint, which is very translucent. To add a little bit more of that color in, but only if I can find it. Not quinacridone burnt orange, not quinacridone magenta. Grr, come on. Where are you?
I need a punch of something on that.
Quinacridone gold. There we go. Just use a little bit of that because the cinnamon is kind of, well, it's hardly any in there. There might not be any in there. Oh, there we go.
I need a different pencil now, don't I? A different one. Here, let's get this. I think this is kind of cool.
Still honoring these interesting curvy shapes. Just kind of emphasizing a little bit of that color. Here and there. Such a pretty color.
Yeah, it's bright. I think I could just go cray here.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. Or I could just go ahead and do what I was going to do in the first place. I don't know. Oops, I think that goes, nope. Goes on one of these.
I think I went a little cray-cray. But it's fun.
This is that
All right.
umber ink refill. I wonder what that looks like. I think I need to find out. Oh, it's a nice tan. Shel's not my favorite color. But I like it. Let's see what it looks like on here. Oh, I like it.
All right, let's see. What should we do?
You know, I just think I'm going to go for it.
Go for it. Man, I love this pin. If you people haven't gotten one of these yet, you should get one. I adore it. I just love it.
They are cool.
I'm so obsessed.
Okay, so I've got this stuff and it's wet.
Shapes are so organic. It's soothing to just make
Probably
the
should
pin.
not be drying on plastic, but you know, that's what I got.
Sometimes you just have to.
That's what I got here. I'll throw those in my bucket because they're pretty dirty. So I can wash them out later. And I can get rid of this. This is some palette paper that I tear up and use later, but it actually was something that I got from some discount store. It's placemats. It's placemats from some discount store that, you know, they were in the discount aisle. You know.
Super useful.
So I want to pull These are sticking together because I threw them in the pile wet, which you should not do. So I'll have to deal with that later. That needs some print on the back side. That needs printing backside. This might be okay. Looking for something with, oh no, there we go. Now we're talking. I'm gonna pull a piece of this washi up. And this is that like athletic tape. So it's cloth.
I don't know what color I want. What color do I want? I don't know what color I want. Maybe just white. White, maybe. No. I don't like it. Got a lot of colors going here.
Yeah. I think what I'll do is get some regular, what I do with my other washi.
I can't decide. And I'm indecisive. Where is that? Here's that. Maybe I'll try that. It would be different. Different. You're going to come out pleasing fluid, or you are not.
So this is other washi tape that we created on other days. And I think I will use a piece of this on the inside.
This might be too cool. What do I think? Well, that is interesting anyway. some things down. A little bit of gray.
Else here. Ready to go. Anything? I like this. That's not ready to go though. It doesn't have the tape on the back. Hi, Arlene. Been lurking, huh? Grab a little something different. Let's get some distress oxide in here too. Yeah, I like that purple in there. That helped. Now, if you're worried about this, you can always coat it with a little gel medium with the distress oxide. Or spray it. But I think I'm going to cut this one down a little bit smaller.
Silver would be a good choice. And yeah, I might add some of that.
Oh, it slipped. I hate it when that happens. It's got that stuff on the backside, so it's slippery. So it wants to scooch around. All right, where were we? We were putting this thing together, weren't we? All right, so Got another tape here. And I just used the double stick tape on the back of this one. Sometimes I run it through the Xyron. Sometimes I just use the double stick. You know, it all depends on what you got available. I need my grid. Can't do anything straight. It's all set up for paint. So,
the two same.
try to lay this out squarely. And then add our tag.
Bring the stamps back again to the party.
Still can't do it square. Go across the bottom, try to make it square. Okay. Scissors, scissors. They're saying they love your color, Shel. What colors are you using?
It's a triadic color scheme. If you look at your wheel, I started with the cinnamon, which would be a red orange, and then it's actually not a triad, it's a tetrad. So then if you look at the little square here, it's indicating red violet, which to me is fuchsia. And then it's indicating a yellow green, which I use the lime. And then it's indicating a blue green, which of course is going to be the teal that was in our challenge anyway. So the cinnamon and the teal in the challenge are what led me to the color scheme. And I added so that we would have 4 colors, if that makes sense to everyone.
I'm sure it
Come
will.
out of my head today. It was directed by the wheel. Because I'm really not that with it today. Normally that stuff's in my head, but not today. Today is a play day. All month is play. Play.
So what did I do with those?
But it's very intuitive and abstracted, and I'm having a good time.
That's good. It's all about having fun.
Yeah.
I've lost track of that other
I don't know how much more time.
washi tape. I guess we'll just use this one. This'll work.
So then on top of the fuchsia, I did add in some fluorescent pink, which I think plays well with this limey green color. It's interesting, different, and unusual, and I likes it. But there's no collage, which is really bothering me. Just saying. No collage bothers me, people. I don't like it. Wondering if maybe I have a piece of paper that I can just collage on there.
I bet you could glue something down on there.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I just have to find the right thing. Thinking maybe some text of some sort. I actually put some paper away the other day, which is shocking.
You put it away?
I know, right? Oh, that would look cool on there. That's a die cut. I only have one, though.
Okay, so
I got oh, there's some more text. I was looking for texty stuff. This is tissue. I do really enjoy the graphic nature of text and music and maps and things like that. I really like that type of stuff.
okay.
Not at all about what it says, but more about just the way it looks. It's just, I don't know. I enjoy that. So this text and music paper is a tissue, so it should fade into the background if I collage it on here and just add a little bit of something something. Put a bit more of this music. Instead, I think I'll put some music over here. And then just one more little tiny bit of text. Something like that. That doesn't suck. I also liked this pink one, which I might put right here. Do I have any more of that pink like that? That would be nice. I don't know. I got this, which is just a bunch of leftover paint, but it's in the right color families. I might consider that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Let's do that. I need something to put my, well, I guess I'll use the thick glue. And a brush of some sort. I think rather than silver, I might want to go for, what color, can anybody guess? If I were a metallic, what color would I be?
Copper.
She got it. Might try a little bit of copper. Just look, this one little piece of collage paper right there has some copper on it, which is what kind of brought it to mind. And also the whole idea of the cinnamon color, which is one of the main tones that we had in the challenge. Thinking maybe we just need a little copper. Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe, baby.
I don't know. I'm not feeling these flowers. And this is too matchy. I don't know. Maybe. I need something behind it.
Oh, we don't have much time left. Look at that. I thought I was going to maybe have time to do the Tag It Tuesday as well. Nope.
Not today.
Not today.
Well, that's kind of cool. We can use that one. And maybe we'll do more realistic. Yeah, we're getting right down to the wire here, so.
All right, I'm going to do any copper, I better use it.
Yep. Where is, there it is.
Alright, I was thinking different. There you go. One of these. I think, oh, come on. That hurts my fingers. I think this right here might be copper. Metallic copper. Woot woot.
Copper.
I'm not opposed to that. I just added in a little bit here and there. It's pretty translucent. So maybe I'd rather go with the paint. I think copper is the way to go, but I don't think that this stick is the way to go because it's too translucent. So what can I find that is not? Whoa!
No.
Here. Stupid chair, you're not supposed to tip over. Remind me not to lean that far into my chair. I end up on the ground. What do I have? It might be copper. I guess maybe just paint. Oh, that other paint. I had that one color that was, here we go. It's not copper, it's ancient. Ancient. Let's try some of this.
Ancient.
Ancient. I also think I'm going to need a little bit of white on this. A bit. I don't know if I'll be able to completely finish.
Well, we can always post something later.
Yep.
I'm not exactly finished either, but I guess I'm at a point where I could stop. So what I ended up doing was, creating some washi tape out of those gel prints that I was using up all of the stuff from my leftovers. And, we ended up using the Pick a Stick Challenge. So I can continue, to use these washies from the Pick a Stick to make this book even bigger. But what I did is these tags that I had die cut, I was just putting together using that washi tape that's created with gel prints. And this will end up being a little booklet.
Sounds good. A little bit of ancient on there. Let's make it more ancient, apparently.
No nose, no tail doggies. Yeah. Those little bulldogs are too darn cute.
Yeah, this is definitely going to need some white. I'll probably do some white with one of my Posca pens and then maybe darken up some of the black where I finger painted over it, and then this will be done. It's very, very abstract.
Yeah. So I could bind this all together and put some of these back to back if I want to make it more of a booklet type thing, or it can be the concertina style, it's whatever you want to make out of it. But that's it for me today, guys.
Yep, this is it for me.
I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back again. We love seeing you guys, and we will be here again next week, believe it or not.
Yep, we will be here.
All right. Thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you then or in the group chat. So be sure and join us if you haven't already. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.